Savor the wanting as much as the having. Remember that through the whole event, okay? So, our next speaker, everybody knows him. And I'm going to try not to get emotional, too, because he's like a brother to me. I call him all the time if I'm having personal challenges. His wife's the sweetest lady in the world. Could you please stand up? Big round of applause for Terry's beautiful wife, Trish Anglin. He's probably the most caring person I've ever met in my entire life. And I mean that sincerely and wholeheartedly. He's on every Tuesday night giving his time for free to you, training you how to use these tools, how to use these products, how to market with them. He stays on these webinars long after they're scheduled to be over because his philosophy is, if he didn't answer the question and you don't understand, it's his fault. You guys know who I'm talking about. Let's put your hands together. Well, wait a minute. Is Terry broadcasting in? Terry's broadcasting in. Let's take a look.
All right. Welcome to today's Pure Leverage Freedom event. Hope everybody's having a super good time. For those that don't know me, my name is Terry Anglin. I am the lead tool instructor for the Pure Leverage tools. Now you can see me each Tuesday night on the webinar at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, as I walk through the use of your Pure Leverage tools. Now, like I do each week, if you would take out a sheet of paper, write down a Y on it, hold it up, let me know that you can hear me okay. All right, thank you very much. Well, like I was saying earlier, I hope everybody is having an extremely good time here at the event. And hold on just a second, I'm getting a text message. Well, folks, Mark is sending me a text saying I'm supposed to be live on the stage, not on the webinar. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Go Live button, and I'll see you shortly.
Wow! I don't know where. It's absolutely incredible, our technology, that he can go live through a webinar. I don't know if it dumped him on Las Vegas Boulevard, but Terry Anglin, are you in the room? Where's Terry? There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Anglin. Terry, over the last year, has come so out of his comfort zone, become one of the most powerful and inspirational people that I know. Today, he's going to inspire you. Take notes, listen, but most importantly, know that he's here for you, every single one of you. And before he gets started, Terry, I want everybody out here to stand up and give him a standing ovation even before he starts.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Don't we love the Pure Leverage tools and the technology? Yeah. We realize that there's a few problems every once in a while, as y'all just seen. Me clicking Go Live was supposed to put me on this stage, but it dumped me outside out here on the Las Vegas Boulevard. Me and my wife was looking the other day, and we was amazed at what's grown. We'd been here a couple years ago and hadn't seen all the changes. And we was really amazed at everything that's grown up in Las Vegas and down the Strip, realized that we had contributed to building this place. About 2 years ago, we figured up what we lost. We dropped a bundle. And I figured after we lost that $6 that they was going to offer us some free rooms. I guess we had to lose $10 or something like that. But no, it's been a great time, and I appreciate all of the people that I've met and been able to been able to shake your hands and hug you. And I hate that I missed the ones that couldn't come, because I get to see or talk to you each week. And you get to see me, but I don't get to see you. And what's very important in my life is that I can reach out and share and help every one of you conquer any technical problems that you may have. When I first got started, I'm like a lot of y'all that's already been talking to me, didn't have any money to actually invest. Now, we wasn't starving, we covered our bills, but we couldn't get started in this business. I kept looking for alternatives because I knew that network marketing was a better way of life. So luckily, one day I picked up an ad, and it was talking about building small crosses out of horseshoe nails and colored wire. And that's what I started doing. I told my wife that at least maybe we could make a little bit out of it. And we were talking at the time that if we could make $500 extra a month, we could launch our internet business. Most of you know that I am a Christian, and I'm very strong in my faith. And I believe God is always there guiding us, directing our path. He answered that prayer because outside of where I live in Amarillo, Texas, is one of the largest crosses in the United States. They have a small shop where they sell paintings, religious music, jewelry, and etc. I actually sent 4 of them crosses because I'm not a salesman. I couldn't approach anybody. So I just sent them in the mail. A month went by and didn't hear a word. And I told my wife, I guess it didn't work, they didn't like them. And then I got a call from the woman that was running it, or actually owned it, that started it. It's a nonprofit. And she apologized because she'd been gone for a month because her son was a professional football player for Florida, and they'd been at their Florida home. She said, I love your crosses, and I said, I sent them to you as a gift. Now, if you would like to go ahead and put a few of them in your shop, that'd be great. But they're just a total gift for you. She said, oh, I'm going to go ahead and sell them. I said, I can make them for $5 a piece. She said, I'm going to sell them for $15.95. I said, that's fine, whatever you can sell them for. Before 2 months had rolled by, we were making $500 a month. That started our internet business. That $500 is what got us to our first live event, which is where I met Joel Terrian. Y'all heard me yesterday mention he came on stage in his pajamas. He made a difference in our life, and he continues to make a difference in our life. He's made a difference in every one of your lives and in thousands of others. Him and Ilona, as I mentioned yesterday, are creating a legacy that will change thousands and thousands of lives. We owe our life and our future. First off, I always give credit to God for what He does for me. This is the woman of my dreams. She's what helps me go every day.
I need a hug. I'm sorry.
Love you guys. Love you. Love you.
She sticks with me every day. She's not an internet marketer. She's not a network marketer. But she's what gives me the courage every day to continue doing this business. We made a promise when we got married that we would do everything together. I work out of the house, so we're together most of the time. So we go out to eat a lot of times just so it can be a kind of a date night for us, so we can just talk and get us away from the computers. But we made a pact that we would do everything together because I think it's very important that you understand that you have your support of your spouse with you. Many of you don't have your spouses with you today, but I pray that you would bring them with you the next time, whether they get involved with it, but you need that support. You need to build your future on what both of you want and build a legacy around it. It's my prayer that I can build a legacy by helping people through what I can do with my training or the knowledge that I've been blessed with. But the knowledge I have is available to every one of you. All you got to do is just take and believe in yourself that you can live through it. I've got a slide that, if you look, just so that I don't get calls and we don't get tickets to the support desk. The Go Live button is not live. And most likely you won't find a button like this that's going to transport you through time on a stage anytime in this lifetime. I get a lot of questions is how do non-techies get on the road to success? I've been blessed because that was a passion of mine, was technology. I started out in electronics. I grew with a love of electronics and how things worked. But and I helped design, or actually did design, some offshore oil rig equipment for detecting gas years ago, but because of oil crunch, everything fell apart. I thought that was the worst day of my life because I lost everything, sold everything I had. I was living in New Orleans at the time. I was born and raised in Amarillo, Texas, so I wanted to get back to Texas, where I felt like I was back home. So I sold everything, moved back home, thought I was starting all over. And so many times when we look back in life, we think that things are going on in our life are the worst things that's ever happened to us. And we don't understand, while everybody else is having success, we keep looking at ourselves and wondering why we don't have that same success or why we're having ups and downs. It was because of that occurred, when I look back, that it comes to the idea that we never know what direction of path. And again, I believe God directs our path. So because of what happened that I thought was one of the worst days of my life, turned out to be one of the biggest blessings. Because if it had not been for that, I would not have met my wife. If it had not been for that, I would not have met Joel Terrian and Ilona, Mark Call, Dina, which has put me into a position to meet every one of you and be parts of your life. And I hope y'all have realized one thing so far through this event. Many of the speakers that have been talking to you have brought up relationships and mindset. The tools are very important, and Pure Leverage continues to grow. and add more features. And I'm blessed to be a part of that. But the most important part to your success is you believing in yourself, no matter what it is. I wholeheartedly believe in what is being created through Pure Leverage. And when you take and have a heart and passion for something and what's affecting other people, I've watched Joel cry over what is being accomplished. I watched Ilona on the first day yesterday come to the front and break down crying because of what they've been able to do. You've seen it through Mark Call, and I hope you've seen it through me, that we love you and we want you to succeed. No matter what else happens in this life, we want to be able to help you change your life and the lives of your children and grandchildren through Pure Leverage. We want it to be a family business where we all feel like family and can meet like this on a regular basis and give hugs to each other and show our love. One of the best things I can tell you on how to get on the road to success is take action. Now, you've heard that from many of the speakers so far, but do it one step at a time, because I don't want you getting overwhelmed. I get too many people that are asking questions, and then they look at every tool, and they've got questions in the autoresponder. They've got questions in the conference software, video email, and that's fine as you progress, but learn the tools one step at a time and don't get overwhelmed with them. It's a fantastic system that everybody needs. You've heard that before. I think you'll agree that we've got one of the best opportunities that's ever been offered. And the last thing is, don't quit. Too many people have come up and said, it's too hard, I quit. So that y'all know me a little bit better, because of Joel Terrian and believing in me, there have been many firsts in our lives. In Punta Cana, my wife went swimming with the dolphins with us, and she is scared to death of water. But that was a first. She stepped out of her comfort zone that we all have to do. As y'all are seeing today, and many of you may not know this, this is my first time to be on stage. This is something that whatever is blocking your success, I hope that through the support of the relationships that you build here, that you'll be able to feel that you can trust and have accountability to each other and know that you can accomplish any bit of this, no matter how hard it may seem at the time, no matter how much success you may think you're having or not having. But continue to believe, because it doesn't happen overnight. Believe it or not, you don't have to know everything before you get started. Pure Leverage has laid out the tools for you, provided the content for you that allows you to get started immediately in earning income. But it's not a slot machine. I know it's in Vegas here, but this isn't a gamble. It still takes work. You still have to make up a mind that you're going to go pro with it, that you're going to make this the time that changes your future. You don't rely upon your upline to make your success. It's up to each one of you to decide you're going pro. Now, if you'll take and help your downline, once you sign them up, you'll find that you'll have a lot better success. But you don't want to turn your life future over relying upon somebody else. Believe in yourself. Get rid of all that negativity that's in your life, because negativity destroys productivity. I was very negative about what I could accomplish, but I said I wasn't going to let it destroy me. It would have been very easy to just say, you know, I'm way too nervous for doing this. But I can tell you right now, because of each of you out there that I've already spoke to, every one of y'all have given me the courage to continue. I've found nothing but love, and that destroyed the negativity for me. I don't care if it's somebody in your family, and I'm not telling you to hate your family. My family doesn't have anything to do with this. I heard one marketer one time say, and wasn't trying to be sarcastic, but he said, take all the ones in your family that don't believe in what you're doing, invite them out to eat. Take them out to a restaurant. Set them around the table. Have the waiter go around, take all of their orders. And once they get through, stand up and tell the waiter and make all of theirs to go. Because he was telling them, get the negativity away from me. Now that doesn't mean you turn away from your family. Just don't let the negativity, that if they don't believe in you and what you can accomplish, you still believe in yourself and what you're building. That negativity can come from either people around you or the circumstances around you or what the people believe in you. Con man is, by definition, is a person who swindles another by means of confidence tricks. What if we took the word another out and added their self? A person who swindles their self by means of confidence tricks. In other words, your own confidence, your own mind tricks, playing games with you that breaks the confidence that you can have that you can succeed. Don't con yourself into thinking that you can't learn or succeed at this business, because I believe every one of you can. I trust and know that you have the capability. And I want you to believe in yourself that you can accomplish what Pure Leverage has to offer for you. This is just a small building. Most of you, it wouldn't mean a whole lot to. I built this building one step at a time. I'm not a carpenter. I've always worked with electronics or computers, done some programming. But my wife needed a carving building because she does wood carving and painting, and I wanted to do something for her. So I built this from scratch, just a little 10-foot by 10-foot building. We found out quickly that that was too small for what she's wanting to do. So now I built this. This is in our backyard. me and my wife have built this single-handedly by ourselves. Now, we had a lot of fun with it. I had to try to carry 4 by 8 foot sheets up a ladder. My wife would hold the rope on the other side that I'd throw over the rafter to hold it to keep the board from falling back on me. But out of everything we did, we figured out how to do it together. We wanted it to be a rustic looking building. We've always liked that kind of decor. The first building I showed you took me about 6 months to build, or us. I told you it takes one step at a time, and you can't put a limit on time. You do what you have to get to the end goal of what you want to accomplish. They have built half of the city of Amarillo since the time I started building this. From the day I got the permit, I got the final release on all of the building, the electrical, and the plumbing, that it's a total final project through the city of Amarillo the week before I came down here. The inspector that came out looked and he said, I remember this. And according to paperwork, you started this 8 years ago. But we didn't give up. We knew it's still one step at a time. It was something that I hadn't done before. I ended up learning everything I did because I took the time to study what others were doing. The same as this business, by just studying what others are doing and following the success that you're seeing and have heard about on this stage in the last 2 days, you can have the same accomplishment and success that everybody else is having. Your lifestyle is up to whatever you want it to be and what you can do with what you have. You've heard Mark, Joel all say that it's not about the money. And then you've heard others say, yes, it is. Well, it all comes together. It is about the money to what you can do with it. How many people you can take and change lives with, how many lives you can touch. It builds a nice deal. You've seen us on a video recently in Punta Cana where we were able to enjoy that time together. And that's something that everybody can have. It's not to brag or show off, and I hope everybody understands that that's not from my heart, that ever to show off. It's always important that when I talk to people that what comes out of me is from the heart. I've had a lot of people come to me and say they realized just by listening to me they could tell I was a Christian. And that's a very positive thing to me and means a ton. We've learned, thank you. We've learned that this business, that the relationships that we build are vitally more important to us than what the money is that we've made. Now, we love the money that we can go out and do other things with. I've had customers of mine since I've been down here that knew that I was going to be on stage for the very first time, texting me, even at 3 a.m. in the morning, telling me that they believed in me, they felt I would do good. I've had Joel tell me, you're going to rock it. I've had Mark give me hugs and said, you're going to do great. The people around me have given me that support. And that's why it's so important to instill upon everybody that the relationships that you build, whether they're in the family, friends, which become like family, or customers, how they can support you in what you want to accomplish. It's not about age. I got an email a week ago, and if you'll notice, this guy said, being at age 88, I'm trying to learn anew. Doesn't always help, but I'm trying. I believe he'll accomplish it. How many people at 88 years old will take on a new challenge? Every one of you can learn. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. Some people are so poor, all they've got is money. You can accomplish everything and be the richest man in the world. But if you don't have friends like we've got right here, you don't have nothing. It's a relationship business. And I hope y'all are all building relationships this weekend or this week and realize the importance of that. I hope you realize that we, as Pure Leverage, as Joel, as Mike, as Mark, as Blake, and Melissa, Alona, I know I'm missing names, but everybody on the Pure Leverage staff love you, and they want to be part of your life. They want to help you to succeed. I'm not doing the normal training that I normally do, but I'm going to show you a few tools that you can use for your blog, because I don't want you going away feeling like that it was just me up here preaching to you. And I also noticed I've only got 1 minute, so I'm going to have to talk fast. These tools that you'll see, Jing is a screen capture software. Lets you capture the images that you want to use. Google Images, you can get all the images that you need to put on your blog. If you'll take and go under the advanced search of images, if you'll scroll down, and I'll even do a training on this for you, but you can select, show me only the images that are available under the common license and free for you to use and even modify. Google Analytics is a great tool for tracking the progress on your blog. All you got to do is set up an account. The blog, you can set the code in there. Convert Files will allow you to convert, whether it's images, videos, PDFs, whatever it may be. Animoto is a great little free tool that lets you create 30-second videos through slides, images, etc., that you can use on your site. And as you heard, I believe it was Todd, or I'm not positive, but somebody yesterday on the videos about converting text, going to Fiverr, and then putting it on your YouTube videos for SEO. Well, Dragon Naturally Speaking is a paid software. That's the only one that's paid that's on the screen. It allows you to record or speak, and it types out for you. I carry a small recorder with me all the time. So when I have a thought or I'm thinking about something to put on a blog, I can hit the button and start recording. I can go back and plug this in my computer. It types it out because I'm a hunt and peck type typer. It takes me forever. But it'll automatically code it, and then I can use that text to put on my blog. I want to tell you about a new feature that's coming out this next week inside of your tools. For the ones that don't understand domain mapping, it's going to allow you to purchase a domain name and forward it directly to your blog. And this isn't normal forwarding that you do through a registrar. It's like it's posted as a normal hosting account. I'll do training on it to show you how. But this allows what you've got in Pure Leverage to become a complete business package. You're not just offering your clients autoresponder and conference software and video email, but just by this one little feature, you're actually offering them a website under their own domain name. All they have to do is buy it. So that you'll kind of understand what it's about. You see this is your normal blog right now. This is the sample one you see me use each week. It's got my name at the end of it. What's going to happen is if you had the name pureleveragemarketingsuite.com and somebody typed in that name, it's going to go to that blog. If they happen to type in the blog name, it's going to automatically change it to that domain name. It is a full hosted website, not just a forwarding. So you can still use it directly with Google AdWords or whatever you want, because Google is real touchy about using a domain name that's forwarded to another domain name. This allows you to do it directly. It's not a forwarded domain name. It's actually just pointing to where that website's hosted at. Are you excited to be part of Pure Leverage? As you can see, even the dogs want to be a part of this. Now, I mentioned Dragon, Naturally Speaking, was the only product on there that was not free. And I wanted to do something special for at least somebody here. I wished I could do it for everybody. These are $200 programs. And I'm going to give away a copy of Dragon Naturally Speaking. Now, I'm a PC person, so I always lean toward PCs. I actually make fun of people that's got Apple. But Apple has its place, so it's really not against the computer. But I told my wife before we come down here that I felt kind of guilty because I'm giving away Dragon Naturally Speaking for PCs, and I know a lot of y'all have an Apple. So she said, that wouldn't be fair. So why don't you order a version for Mac as well? So I'm going to give one copy of Dragon Naturally Speaking away for PC and one copy of Dragon called Dictate for Mac. All you have to do is text the word freedom to that number, and then there will be a drawing, and I'll announce the winners later on and give you the software. It's just my way of wanting to say thank you for being here and giving me a chance to be a part of your lives. You know, may God bless each and every one of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay up there. Get up here. First time ever on stage. Wouldn't you think that he was like born on stage? Come on. Standing ovation for Mr. Terry Anglin. All right, so stay up here with me. Enjoy this. All right, so I know we're running a little bit behind. Color teams, yellow team, shout out. Red team. Blue team. Silver team. What's the other color? Brooklyn Bridge. That's all I'm going to say. Brooklyn Bridge. There is your challenge. Make sure you get with your team leader. All right, so guys, this is your last and only chance on the master's program at 297, your last and only chance at getting the event recordings. Another big round of applause for Royster Production. So 297, they're out at the tables. When you come back from lunch and we open the doors at 2 o'clock, we got Mr. Joel Peterson up. You do not want to miss this. He is going to share something he has never, ever shared before, folks. It's going to blow you away. But this is your last and only chance. At 2 o'clock, when the doors open for the event, the price of the Masters goes to $397, and there are no event recordings. Those will be sold. You'll have those available to you in probably a couple weeks. We'll let you know. So you got your challenge. You know that this is the last and only chance at 297, and
just something really creative by the Brooklyn Bridge. That's all I'm going to say. And it's pretty close so far. We got everybody's images back, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, thank you, Terry. Amazing, amazing job. I think you found a new profession, if you ask me. I think we just lost our instructor. I'm not sure, you know. So anyway, I know a lot of you are a big fan of Terry's and Mark's. He's going to be out there in the back by the registration. He'd love to do a picture with you. Sorry to put you on the spot, Terry, but I know he was asking about it. And he's such a southern, humble gentleman that if you'd like to get a picture with him and Mark or whatever, they'll be out there. And yeah, we got some amazing stuff coming this afternoon as well. So have a great lunch break, everybody.
Give yourself a round of applause. Back in your seats at 2 o'clock on the dot.
Thank you, everyone.